2-point lead.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by New York Life. We know that life doesn't fit into any one plan, so start a plan that flexes with yours. And Century 21. The only moves anyone remembers are the relentless ones. Relentless moves.
This is Game Fuel. 16 ounces of pure annihilation. Tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Creating the perfect night just takes a little creativity. The light beer you've been waiting for has arrived. Lower carbs, lower calories, higher expectations. Corona Premier.
This is your invitation to captivation, to enchantment, to distinction. We invite you to more than an exceptionally crafted vehicle. We invite you to an exceptionally crafted experience. This is the invitation to Lexus sales event, with generous offers now through March 31st. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Winter nasal congestion. Is it a cold, sinus pressure, allergies? For all of them, there's Allegra D, a maximum strength decongestant plus a powerful non-drowsy antihistamine for 24-hour relief. This winter, the answer is Allegra D.
Introducing Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger Meal. For $5, this giant comes with double the beef and bacon, nuggets, fries, and a drink. Get it delivered through DoorDash today for a limited time.
This kitchen, open concept, complete with a modern art gallery, and the master bath, masterpiece. A home gym! Smells looking good, Steve. But the only problem?
Who are you?
I don't live here, because the real estate agent never showed us this place.
It's just a surreal feeling, like going against your arch rival and playing this great university. It just gives a little tingling down my spine and gives me a little bit of goosebumps.
Now for tonight's Need to Know, brought to you by Principal. This is the 13th top 5 matchup when both teams have been ranked in the top 5, nearly double any other rivalry. This is the one you would expect to be at the top of the list. Notre Dame and UCLA second with 7. It's the 3rd time this year that Duke and Carolina have met, with each of them ranked in the top 5.
That's interesting. I didn't know that Notre Dame had beaten UCLA when they were top 5. I've never heard any stories about those games from former Notre Dame coaches.
Which one of us do you think he's going to call in the next 30 seconds? Couple of free throws for Kobe White to make it a 4-point lead for Carolina. Now R.J. Barrett will head to the line for Duke.
How about this, Dan? Just over 4 minutes played, there's already been 20 shot attempts in this game.
What a pace. I mean, some players say, and listen, you played in this rivalry, you know, some players will say they're exhausted after warm-ups just because the heart gets going, the adrenaline, and so forth. You combine the stakes and the adrenaline and the pace, and it really will be a test of everybody's stamina tonight. Laurier back in for Duke, and Barrett 1 of 2.
It's Cam versus Cam. Cam Reddish guarding Cam Johnson. Johnson already has those 2 threes, both of them in transition.
Williamson on Luke May, who had a monster game in the win at Cameron back in February. Luke May had 30 points and 15 rebounds in the first game. Was held in check much more from a scoring perspective in the second game, but still rebounded the ball and dished out a number of assists. His rebounding numbers have been extraordinary lately.
Yeah, last 6 games, he's averaging about 14 rebounds a game. He really didn't rebound as well against Louisville, only at 9.
Williams, and it drops to extend the lead to 5.
Boy, how good was Kenny Williams in the last game against Duke with those 18 points? And you had mentioned how great he was defensively, throwing 3 charges on R.J. Barrett, 4 overall.
Reddish baseline, and I think we got an offensive foul, or was he just out of bounds?
Offensive foul. Yep. You know, Cam Reddish has been turning the ball over at a high rate of late. Really nothing there, and a terrific job by Garrison Brooks to get over again outside the lane. And we've talked about the great defense of Kenny Williams. He's the best perimeter defender on this team. The best interior defender is Garrison Brooks.
Reddish to the bench. Alex O'Connell into the game for the first time. Probably the best outside shooter that Duke has. But a guy really who's got to make shots to get significant minutes, you would think.
He's got to play good defense also.
May in some trouble, gets out of it and finds Brooks, still 10 to shoot.
It's going to be difficult for May to drive by Williamson without some action first.
Look at White split the double team, switch hands and lay it in.
Are you kidding me? What a move by Kobe White. Are you kidding? Zion Williamson just went down, took him a second to get up. Looks like he's okay. Garrison Brooks still guarding Williamson.
He's okay.
I mean, he just put a hand up and went over the top. He is limping a little bit.
May can't get the shot off under the basket. Floater by Johnson, and he's fouled.
After Kobe White was able to snake through those defenders on a spectacular drive, Zion Williamson hit the deck. He went up to try to block. He just caught his leg there and went down and was face down for a second. Looked like he got hit by Delorier.
Left foot hit first, braced his fall with the left hand. Remember, it was the right knee that he sprained 3 weeks ago. And Williamson heading to the bench, White back in. Nasir Little checks in for the first time for Carolina.
That moves Luke May to the 5. And really, Cam Johnson will be playing the 4 now, and Little, they like to put at the 3 spot.
Remember, no Marquise Bolden for Duke. He sprained his knee last week in the Carolina game, and he has been ruled out for the entirety of this tournament. Jack White, corner 3. And Delorier comes up with it after a bit of a bounce off the rim.
Yeah, it took a second bounce. Luke May was right there, but that second bounce on the rim caused him to mistime it.
Great rebound by Delorier.
Javin Delorier has done a nice job on the glass of late, been blocking shots. Not a scorer, but an excellent defender.
Over the top to Johnson.
What a catch.
And what a pass. And what a shot fake. And Mayo lay it in. Boy, beautiful offensive basketball there by Carolina.
One of the best passing teams in the country. Second in the nation in assists, only to Belmont, averaging 19 assists per game.
Barrett with a mid-range jumper. Duke back within 5.
A nice curl by Barrett and didn't force it.
Leading scorer in the ACC at better than 23 points per game. Pass is deflected. Duke ball. And Jones will settle him down. Now Johnson on him right now. Barrett baseline on Williams.
What a pass.
No look pass inside, but Delorier missed it.
They got to finish that.
Tough catch. Tougher finish for Cam Johnson.
How quickly did North Carolina turn that into a bucket?
It is amazing year after year as the personnel changes, the pace never wanes for Carolina.
You can't run back against them. You got to sprint back.
Out of bounds off White.
Watch how fast North Carolina turns this conversion into a bucket. Rebound, 2 dribbles, and laying it in. That is just beautiful. Talk about a transition bucket, fast break bucket. Boy, and that's just great concentration by Cam Johnson to make that catch and get it up off the glass and in.
Williamson back in for Duke. Johnson again. What a start for him. He's got 14.
H-O-T hot.
He is outscoring Duke all by himself right now.
No wonder Pittsburgh didn't want to let him transfer.
Barrett posting, forced it up, off the rim. Jordan Goldwire into the game for Duke with a rebound. Reddish with a drive and a reverse. How about the English on that?
What a beautiful finish by Reddish. Boy, with no time to enjoy it. You got to get, what a pass.
And the extra pass taken away. Jones trying to run it down, and he lays it in just beyond the outstretched fingertips of Kobe White.
And even as the ball's going through the net, North Carolina is getting it out to try to get it up court as quickly as possible. This pace is breakneck.
Little. And a goaltending call on Zion Williamson.
Boy, the passing for North Carolina has been spectacular. Just spectacular. Cam Johnson is having an incredible game. 14 points, 2 of 3 from 3, 5 of 6 overall. And they have been passing the ball well, as has Duke. The beautiful pass from Barrett to Jones. What a game. It always delivers.
On March 29th, Dumbo! This is it, just like in rehearsal. Except for lights, music, and fire. You can do it. A legend comes to life. Rated PG. Get tickets now.
Chili's 3 for $10 presents our signature sirloin steak, aged to perfection and served with a starter and drink for just $10. Dinner with mom, dad, grandma, and her friend Randy, who seems to be a little more than a friend. Together, we Chili's.
Every material purposely chosen, every texture thought out, every button debated, until the all-wheel drive lock kicks in. And it's kinda anything goes.
Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced range of sports fuel. Gatorade. You fuel us, we fuel you.
Carl, I didn't know we were having dinner tonight.
You are.
Dandruff. Carl and I go everywhere together.
Keep dandruff from ruining date night.
Carl, how could you?
Gelson Blue helps eliminate annoying itch and flakes.
We need a better Mom. Network.
Ooh, that is a bad one.
Where did I go?
Ooh, that's not good.
Don't worry. With Boost, you get a super reliable, super fast nationwide network. Yep, really?
Yep, plus 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for $100 a month.
Time for a switch? Oh, I'm back.
No more resting glitch face.
How's this face? Switch to Boost and get 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for $100 a month. Plus, get 4 free LG Stylo 4 phones. All on Boost's super reliable, super fast nationwide network.
Arby's 2 for $5 crispy and Cajun fish sandwiches feature fillets of Alaskan pollock that are a little too big for the bun. This was not a mistake. You're welcome.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
What a start to this one, and so many great shots from the tournament captured on a Samsung Galaxy S10 as Carolina and Duke fans alike filling up the Spectrum Center here in Charlotte, North Carolina for the semifinal, the second semi of the ACC tournament, with the winner to take on Florida State in the championship game tomorrow night. What a win for the Seminoles, beating Virginia by 10 in the first semi tonight. Nice duck through there by Reddish, but he missed it.
North Carolina really on pace to score 50 in this first half. And one thing that Duke has done a terrific job of is the offensive glass. 8 second chance points for Duke in this game. They've had 16 points in the paint, where, if you're calling the first game, it was Carolina that dominated the paint.
Little with the offensive rebound over the smaller Jones. Carolina, the third highest scoring team of the country at better than 86 points per game. And they got 3 more. Brandon Robinson, who made a couple of threes in the win over Louisville last night, knocks one down early tonight. And there's an offensive foul on Cam Reddish.
He just lowered that shoulder. If he didn't lower the shoulder, I'm not sure Robinson quite would have been there to get the charge. But it's the lowering of the shoulder, I think, that got it. That's the second foul now on Cam Reddish. Both of them charges. And a terrific job by Brandon Robinson to maintain that guarding position. And Robinson is playing so well. He's over a 40% three-point shooter. And coming off a game in which he made 2 threes against Louisville, 2 of 2. Had 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Played very well.
May. Barrett might have gotten a piece of it. Williamson leading him up the court. Trying to go all the way. And it rolls around and off the rim, and back comes Carolina. Williams. Little shovel pass to May. Carolina by a dozen.
Terrific shot fake by Kenny Williams, but really it's the push up the floor. After Duke didn't get the score, Carolina's just relentless in pushing the ball up. And you wonder if that's going to take a little bit of a toll on Williamson and whether his stamina is going to be there in his second game back. Carolina's going to test that and then some.
May called for the foul.
Carolina pushing the ball up in transition. Kobe White bringing it up, and in the corner you see Kenny Williams. He's asking for some space from Robinson. The shot fake, poor closeout by Zion Williamson, and Williams able to pass it to his teammate Luke May underneath for the bucket. It's just a great play by Kenny Williams, completely under control and showing North Carolina's outstanding passing.
Let's send it over to Allison Williams.
Well, Dan, Jay mentioned the stamina for Zion Williamson, and I think the stamina is being tested for both teams early with the pace of this game. I watched some guys during the last time out when they were breathing really heavy. You could see what a sweat they had already worked out, not even halfway through the first half. Guys toweling off, taking a lot of fluids. So stamina will be tested throughout the course of this game, it looks like.
And the difference is, Allison, that North Carolina's got more subs. I mean, they play more people, and they're used to this pace a little bit more.
A turnover gives it back to Duke. Williamson has gone to the bench. Reddish is on the bench with 2 fouls. So a bit of an unusual lineup right now for Duke. It's Jones, Goldwire, Barrett, White, and Delorier. And in this kind of a situation, this is when we've seen at times R.J. Barrett. I mean, he is option number 1, to say the least, with this group.
Another offensive foul.
This time it's Trey Jones.
They just keep lowering the shoulder, and you know, Trey Jones has to shoot that ball. He was wide open, and they're playing off of him. So when he catches it, he's got to set his feet and shoot it. You're not going to get more open than that. He's just driving into a set defense and lowered his shoulder.
And again, by Duke standards, this is not a deep offensive lineup with Williamson and Reddish on the bench. Kenny Williams misses the 3, but we've got a foul over the back committed by Brandon Robinson.
And one of the things, in addition to what Allison Williams was talking about stamina, one of the things that's a result of this many possessions in a game, and it's intentional on the part of North Carolina, more possessions, more fouls. And if you don't play as many people and you get in some foul trouble, all of a sudden you're going to have to take somebody out. And North Carolina's used to playing 10 guys, and they shuffle them in and out. And so they're going to be fresher longer, theoretically.
Duke fans really wanted the opportunity to see their team with Zion Williamson to play Carolina. And you know what? Carolina fans wanted the opportunity to see if their team can beat Duke with Zion Williamson. So they would stop hearing, well, yeah, but Zion Williamson didn't play in the first 2 games. So everybody getting what they wanted here tonight with this one. Step back 3 by Barrett, well short. And it's out of bounds, back to the Tar Heels.
Yeah, just a bad shot and great defense again by Kenny Williams. Boy, the more you watch Kenny Williams play, the more you have to ask, how is it that so many voters could vote for someone else for the all-defensive team in the ACC? Not that all of them weren't worthy that made the team, but you can't tell me that there are 5 better defenders in this league than Kenny Williams. They're not.
Now he drives and kicks. Brooks dumps it down. Baseline jumper. Johnson, no. And it bounces to Jones.
Good pass ahead.
And Williams gets back to slow down Barrett. Jones left hand. It'll go. 7 Woods into the point right now for Carolina. Another one of those valuable performers off the bench. Williams over the top. Brooks, nice look. Woods wide open. Air ball.
R.J. Barrett stepped out of bounds.
And we have a timeout on the floor. Did he step out of bounds? And ball's inbounds. He is out of bounds and then touches the ball before it bounces. It should belong to Carolina. When we come back, but first, let's send it to Kevin Connors.
Yeah, Dan, Cinderella is alive and well at the Big 12 tournament. Sean Farnham, Jordan McCabe, big-time bucket here.
Think about this. West Virginia is shooting 57% from the field. They started making some shots late. They're winning.
Up 1 on Kansas on ESPN2. Meantime, Colorado leading Washington by 6 at the half.
They need more space.
Is your mom in there?
Since Nana's moved in plan,
Nope.
let us help with your plan.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
Start a plan that flexes with yours. New York Life.
This is your invitation to exhilaration. This is the invitation to Lexus sales event.
Lease the 2019 IS300 for $329 a month for 36 months. Now through March 31st.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Free.
That's right. TurboTax free is free. Free. Wondering how they harness a rattlesnake's bite to create Taco Bell's new rattlesnake fries? You can stop. It's just a metaphor. The nacho fries you love, loaded with marinated steak and creamy jalapeno sauce. New steak rattlesnake fries, only at Taco Bell.
This is your invitation to be our guest. This is the invitation to Lexus sales event.
Lease the 2019 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months. Now through March 31st.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Tomorrow, a dynamic young star returns to his native England to face a punishing veteran. Till versus Masvidal. Tomorrow is UFC Fight Night on ESPN+.
Who builds their vehicles in Ohio? Honda. Who has been awarded the highest safety rating? Honda. Who has the best SUV brand? Honda. Who has the only vehicle to be chosen as a top pick by Car and Driver for a record 33 times? Honda. Who has KellyBlueBook.com chosen as a best buy? Honda. Honda is the gold standard for quality, safety, and value. Buy the best, drive the best. Remember, only a Honda is a Honda. Test drive an award-winning Honda today at your Miami Valley Honda dealers.
And with great deals on all these Toyotas, you can make plans to go anywhere.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Hello?
Get a low-mileage lease on a stylish new 2019 Corolla for $199 a month. The dynamic new Camry for $219 a month. Or get $2,250 cash back on a thrilling new Avalon.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Back in Charlotte with Allison Williams, Jay Billis. I'm Dan Schulman. It's Duke and Carolina. Cam Johnson has 14 points already. And Carolina's got a 9-point lead on Duke. Make it 11. Easy score off the inbounds.
Just taking advantage of the switch. Duke was switching that. Roy Williams anticipated that. Kenny Williams just came off and set a screen, came off, and then was wide open under the basket and took advantage of Duke switching.
Jones will miss the three.
Another offensive rebound for Duke.
Delorier's been doing great work on the offensive glass. But now he's called for the foul.
That's the 16th foul for Duke, I believe.
And number 2 on Delorier. Remember, Reddish has 2 as well.
Delorier got the offensive rebound, but both May and Brooks made it really difficult for him to go back up. Brooks gets the rebound, and then Delorier tries to take it away from him from behind. That was a clear foul.
DeLaurier stays. White has gone to the bench. Great matchup at the point. A terrific defender with Trey Jones and one of the best offensive point guards in the nation in Kobe White.
Goldwire guarding Cam Johnson did a great job when he came into the game guarding Buddy Boeheim. Nice play.
White to Brooks.
Well, they are just spreading Duke out and taking advantage of this young Blue Devil defense. Brooks with the screen, and then the hard roll to the basket was wide open.
And as you mentioned, in Carolina, one of the best passing teams in the nation.
Look how Carolina's packing it in. They're not even going out past the three-point line. Their toes aren't beyond the three.
Even though Zion Williamson just hit a three, if you're Roy Williams, you live with that.
Heck yeah. As long as he's not getting to the basket.
First three-pointer of the night for the Blue Devils, and Kobe White heading back to the free throw line.
Watch Kobe White on this last play. He couldn't speed him up at all. The ball screen, two defenders go with it. The replace guy up, that took Zion Williamson up the lane. And then Garrison Brooks wide open. When Garrison Brooks rolls to the basket, Luke May, they call it replacing up. So from the baseline, he will go up to the line of the ball. And Zion Williamson either goes with him or he picks up Brooks on the roll. So they've either got a layup or an open three. Really well executed.
And the foul on DeLaurier is his third. You see Antonio Brankovic is into the game now for Duke. Does not play very often at all. But remember, Marquise Bolden is out with a knee injury. Won't play at all this week. DeLaurier in foul trouble as Williamson gets a lay-in. So Mike Krzyzewski's got a big guy in the game he doesn't use very often.
They put Brankovic up above the free throw line, and that freed up Zion Williamson underneath.
May with an air ball and a baseline jumper. It belongs to Duke.
I think Carolina's got to continue to pack it in and make Duke prove it over the top. Kenny Williams still on R.J. Barrett. That's really one of the key matchups, if not the key matchup. And Garrison Brooks has done a nice job on Williamson.
Williamson spinning inside. That looks more like the Zion Williamson we saw time after time last night against Syracuse.
Trying to get him into the post where he can work one-on-one against Garrison Brooks. And it looked like Cam Johnson was trying to come over again. The idea to come over and double, but thought better of it. And he just turned right past Brooks, and a little hesitation on the part of Luke May to come over as well. That tennis ball just went in the ocean.
That was the comment made by Williamson after the game last night. He said, I couldn't throw a tennis ball in the ocean, referring to his 2-for-9 performance from the line. Makes them both. Duke back within 7. A lot of ball screen action for Carolina. Deep one, Kenny Williams. Barrett the rebound.
Oh, what a rebound by Barrett. Such a good defensive rebounder.
Pulls up for a three.
I think Carolina's got to put Brankovic in some ball screen situations.
Good D by Jones on Johnson, giving up about 8 inches in height in that matchup. Knocked away by Goldwire. It stays with Carolina, 9 on the shot clock. Jordan Goldwire, an important player for Duke in last night's win.
Yeah, he did a great job defensively on Buddy Boeheim when he came into the game, and he was a vital piece in that incredible comeback that Duke had at Louisville, where they were down, 21, and came back and won in the second half.
May over Williamson. What a move.
And what an answer when Duke had cut it to 4 for Luke May to stretch it back out to 2 possessions at 6.
Goldwire over the top. Brankovic back to Goldwire, and it goes. How about that?
Boy, what a cut by Goldwire.
2 guys who don't play a whole lot combining for a big bucket.
Well, he didn't just stand.
May feeling it, left it short.
Now Duke getting out in transition.
Williamson was racing down the floor, calling for a lob, but didn't Didn't have enough separation. Barrett, no. And Brooks the rebound for the Tar Heels.
Well, even though Kenny Williams didn't draw the charge, he made it extraordinarily difficult for R.J. Barrett to get a clean look. Well, he is playing such great defense. Goldwire taking on Cam Johnson. It's been a while since Johnson's gotten an open look.
And he's been on 14 for quite a while. May from the baseline, soft touch.
This little pick and pop along the baseline with Kobe White and Luke May. And May moves his feet so well. You know, in the last game that Carolina played against Louisville, Luke May ran 2.5 miles in that game.
Jones gets a bounce, and Duke back within 4.
How much fun is this?
Look at Kobe White. Doing it again. How do you stop him?
And he got fouled, no call. But boy, he is able to split 2 defenders with such ease. He is a big-time player.
How far has he taken his game up over the course of his freshman season?
I mean, it's really been great to see him mature. He's changing speed so well. His early speed was 100 miles an hour, and he could go 100.
Brankovic with a bucket.
Antonio Brankovic with some really good minutes with Duke in a little bit of foul trouble. The ball underneath and a great cut by Goldwire gets to the basket. The nice little shovel pass, and then Kobe White just snaking through defenders, gets hit, knocked to the ground, and watches it go through the net. What a game. What a game.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. We can help you plan for that. And Zaxby's, chicken fingers, buffalo wings, Zalads. Find a location at Zaxby's.com.
I think I found my dream car.
It turns out they want me to start next month. She can stay with you to finish her senior year.
Things will be tight, but we can make this work.
Now.
Grandpa, what about your dream car?
This is my dream now.
Principal, we can help you plan for that.
At Outback, your steak and lobster wish is our command. Steak and lobster is back by popular demand, starting at only $15.99. Hurry into Outback. Steak and lobster is only here for a limited time.
The all-wheel drive lock mode on the Telluride helps ensure maximum grip to all 4 tires. Much like a bull, planting its hooves firmly into the earth right before it gives you that look that says, run.
We need a better Mom? Network. With Boost, you get a super reliable, super fast nationwide network. Really? Time for a switch? Oh, I'm back.
No more resting glitch face.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for $100 a month. All on Boost's super reliable, super fast nationwide network.
Continental tires are built for the road, connecting you to all of life's adventures. Whether you drive to live or live to drive, Continental tires deliver the performance you need to tackle those adventures with confidence. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Hand-breaded filet with the hot taste of Nashville. Introducing the new Zaxville Hot Filet Sandwich. For a limited time, only at Zaxby's. And don't miss Shazam!
Shazam! Rated PG-13. Experience it in IMAX.
Welcome back to Charlotte. Welcome back to Champ Week, ACC Tournament Semifinal number 2. Duke and Carolina in their 3rd meeting. Carolina winning the first 2. Kobe White is at the line. Misses the front end, and down with the rebound is Zion Williamson, who so far tonight has 11 points, 4 rebounds in 14 minutes. Big minutes for Jordan Goldwire for Duke. Playing some good defense and helping out on a couple of offensive possessions as well.
Ryan Williamson being guarded by Nasir Little. I think he's got to go into the post. He's had some success in there.
Goldwire trying to drive on Johnson. Kick to Jones in the corner. Got it.
Well, you saw Trey Jones hesitate early on and get an offensive foul because he wouldn't pull the trigger. Now he's not hesitating at all. And clearly, the Duke coaching staff telling him, when you're open, you have got to shoot the ball.
Goldwire reaches in the cylinder is the call. Got too far into the grill of Cam Johnson, and he's called for the foul.
Well, Cam Johnson will go to the free throw line, but the baseline drive, refusing the ball screen by Vrankovic and finding Trey Jones in the corner, and Jones ready to shoot it without hesitation. Not a great three-point shooter. Came into this game having only hit 17 on the season.
Coming up in the Audi halftime report, we'll send you to Reese Davis, Seth Greenberg, and Jay Williams as they look at Florida's huge win today over LSU, in all likelihood of getting them off the bubble, and Florida State advancing to the championship game here in Charlotte with a 10-point win over the #1 seed, Virginia.
Got to think Duke's looking to get the ball into Williamson. He's open on the side. There it is.
Over the top to him. Vrankovic with the feed, and again it's a one-point game.
Williamson sets the ball screen. They pass out of it, and he just rolls right to the basket. There's no one there to pick him up, and Vrankovic just lobs it to him. Who does a lot of that is Kansas.
Nasir Little for three. And the rebound down to Kenny Williams, who is fouled.
Now watch Williamson here in setting this screen, basically slips it, and then the pass, there's no pressure on Vrankovic, so he can make that pass, just throw it up to the rim. And you know what? He can throw it as high as he wants to.
Williams hits the first. Carolina's led by as many as 13 in this game. It's a 2-point lead right now.
With Duke in a little bit of foul trouble with Delorier and Reddish on the bench, Vrankovic and Goldwire come in and really giving some positive minutes.
Guys deep in the rotation, although again, Goldwire is becoming a bigger and bigger part of things over the last several weeks.
And the same play better defended by North Carolina.
What a bounce. Zion Williamson ties it up.
Well, he's only got 16, huh? Almost like it's a mistake if he doesn't touch it every time.